Join me for a quick run through of trains that went by Carkeek Park recently. We have a general mixed freight, a coal train, and an intermodal train. All for your train watching and data collecting pleasure. This is Burr Stewart, your host, and here comes the first train, a northbound general merchandise train. Headed up by 5464, as you can see. Quite a few tank cars in this train, and the regular assortment of empty covered hoppers and bulkhead flats, that sort of thing. As you probably know from watching my previous prototype train videos, I live near Carkeek Park in Seattle, which is along the Burlington Northern Santa Fe mainline between Seattle and Chicago to the east and Vancouver, British Columbia to the north. I also modeled this railroad in my basement HO scale layout, but that's the subject of many other videos than this one. I modeled 1973 era, but obviously you're seeing 2022 era here. Here's a pole car and another one with different spacing on the rungs. That's kind of cool. And there's your standard equipment flat car. I wonder what was on that when it was loaded. Well, before we could settle down for our picnic dinner, along comes a loaded coal train westbound to the export terminals up near the Canadian border. I just read today in a newspaper article the quote, "Fossil fuels are the new cigarettes," meaning that we won't be seeing trains like this for too much longer because of the contribution that they make to climate change. But for now, as a rail fan, they're fun to watch. Also, if you haven't experienced being near a loaded coal train, the ground shakes. They're so heavy and ponderous. And it's really quite an experience just to be near one. They are a bit uniform, so I thought I'd digress and just show you the sunset we're about to have, setting over the Olympic Mountains in the state of Washington. Lots of beachgoers there enjoying the sunset. And a few rail fans up here on the bridge enjoying the train. How cool there we have at the end Jerry Grinstein green paint job. You don't see those too often. And finally, on a different day, we walked down to the beach itself instead of the bridge and got this shot. You can see the pedestrian bridge that we normally take pictures from up there. I could speed this up, but it's always fun to look for the new Amazon containers and the Walmart containers. It's interesting to see these companies branching out and getting into the logistics business. They started as retailers. We're going to stop it right there, a 40-foot container on top of a 53-foot container. Did you see that? I've been getting a lot of grief about doing that on my HO scale container trains, and I just wanted to prove to all of you that it does occasionally happen. I'm assuming that the top 40-foot container is empty, but that's just an assumption. A few single stacked cars at the end of the train, and we're done with that too. So I hope you've enjoyed these trains. I ran them at regular speed so you could count them or take data. And I'll leave you with the sunset at Carkeek Park. This is Burr Stewart wishing you much fun with trains.